Hello everyone, I'm Star and welcome back to more Son of Drop, Fall into Poison. Last time we left off, we find out that keiji was the real murderer. So yeah, now we're in the president's office of the aquarium. And yeah, now we can find out about Sayo's dad. So let us continue. No, why? After entering the director's office, directors, not president, my bad. That's the first thing Sayo says. Just as Sayo told us, the director's office has expensive antique furniture. I can see that. And one of the walls is a tank. The director's chair looks soft and comfortable to sit in. I'm pretty sure it is. It's pretty. Why is he sitting there like normal? The director is sitting there calmly. I don't know. Last time I went in there, he tried to kill me. So, maybe he doesn't know he's dead? Sayo-chan, I think something is different. A pale blue light is flowing out from the tank. Looking inside the entrance, the form of the director is sitting. There has the transparency of a projection on the screen wavering about. Let's have a little look. Sayo, who was trying to make her way forward, stopped, her shoulders shuddering. Seeing her father, who has passed away right before her eyes, it's natural that she would want to get closer. I understand such a feeling well, but I also understand that we can't lose our cool either. I stand the furthest forward of the three of us, my focus on the director's desk. It's the director, Sakuragi Isao. Isao? Isao. There's no mistake. That's my papa. Oh, flashback. Right? Yeah, flashback. You know, Reiko actually looks better with her hair down. Director. On the screen of the light, one more character appears. Saganuma Reiko, but this is like a video or something. Here she appears a little younger. But, wait. Is this when she got hired or something? Without even glancing our way, she faces the comfortably seated director. Saganuma Reiko has a frantic look on her face and places her hands on the desk. The director wipes away the spot where Reiko had placed her hands on the antique desk. Ooh! She glares at the director for just a second before calming her expression. Why did you reject my plan? The greatest number of visitors to Manten East building comes from women in their teens and 20s. There are also many couples. If we partner with other tenants or offer pair tickets, as well as attach ourselves to the image of a fashionable nightlife, we can expect a set minimum numbers of customers. We could also partner with magazines for coverage. Although aquariums aren't being touted as date spots yet, if we follow this course, it could be extremely advantageous to all involved. It goes without saying, an aquarium isn't some flashy attraction. Our purpose through and through is to display living things, having foolish young people point and laugh. Where's the respect for living things in that? He does have a point. You know, I do agree with the director. In that case, shouldn't we convey to young people we convey to young people the splendor of marine life and teach them how precious it is as well as the smallness of humanity? Then what about this application? Says saying nothing to me, throwing several million yen into an addition for the stage. Children would love that. The number of visitors will temporarily increase, but does it serve any other purpose? You employ animal trainers to train them from scratch. We don't have the know-how for this. Moreover, given the scope of Manten Aquarium, how great of a show do you think we can offer? A show on stage won't win against our competition. Let's make that clear. If people get bored soon after, all we left with is a balance in the red. It won't end up that way if the staff as a whole works together for that end. Director, you understand, excuse me for that by the way, you understand nothing. What we need is a new measure that will yield fast results. As management, you at least should grasp the gravity of the issue, right? And all of your plans concerns itself with its profit and the immediate future. It is not money that keeps us going, it is living things. If we forget our feelings of respect for them, Manten Aquarium has no future. If we're shut down, many of them will be killed. Money absolutely supports Manten Aquarium, us, and the living things. Why can't you see that? It seems our ideas are fundamentally mismatched. Even so, I'm not merely thinking of profits in the immediate future. Couples nowadays will likely be married in the future. If they continue to enjoy Manten Aquarium, then 10 years from now, they will bring their own children to Manten Aquarium. A result in 1 year is better than waiting 10 years for one, is it not? That's not what I'm trying to say. Rather than focusing on couples and the like, shouldn't you worry about first getting married yourself? You're already 27, right? Ooh. Stab in the heart, man. Stab in the heart. Normally one would be well on the way to having children at that age, wouldn't they? Not really, to be honest. Ha! If you have nothing to say back, then you lack any persuasive ability. If you have time to think up nonsense plans, then you have time to think of ways that plan I'm pushing for can generate profit. Sorry. The two forms waver and disappear. Nothing remains but the light leaking from the tank as I replay the conversation in my mind. My image of the director has completely changed, but he could have never said something like that in front of Sayo. Even Mari looks like she has something she wants to say, but she just bites her lower lip and holds it in. Horrible. Papa, you're the worst. Sayo was the first to put her feelings into words. I guess I should have said something after all. His way of thinking was completely wrong. Still, that was no reason to kill. Big sister, it's not over yet. Mari says, breaking through my words, and points towards the desk. Ah, she's older now, okay. An image once again appears in the light. Similar to before, it's those two. The director seems to have more gray hair this time around. Director, please take a look at this. What is it? I have finalized the proposed budget for plans to alter the jellyfish booth. This is so we can change it to be more congenital of lighting, keeping true to the creature of a universe befitting the name Manten. Ewwww's aquarium is saying they are making their own alterations and plan to decrease the number of jellyfish, so we should cheaply inherit those jellyfish. The architect we requested is popular as the artist who designed the monument in front of the Manten station. Using connections through an aquarium of mine, acquaintance of mine, I plan to make use of him at a discount. As a prerequisite, I would like your word that if this plan succeeds, we continue to request alterations of Manten Aquarium. Anticipate Beatrice's injury than I saw in the plan of mine you rejected 2 years ago. Although it's just fine if you don't think about it at all, just giving your stamp of approval is also more than enough. Dang, she still wants that. This second reiko's tone of voice is different from the previous ones. In those 2 years since she spoke to him, something must have happened to increase her confidence. She got married to Keiji. More nonsense is precisely because I've guided us towards appealing to children that our customer base have increased in the last 2 years. Bringing your plan back into play now would only put us in the red once more. So what, you just want to treat the living creatures we obtain like cheap objects? The money we lost on the addition to the stage was recouped by my plan to collaborate with talent agencies. Do not forget that. The one who decided to make an addition to the stage was me. It was due to my intuition that we experienced a success. Do I need to repeat myself? Your plan is rejected. From here on, we focus on additions to the deep sea fish booth. Even if you reject it, all of the other employees are in agreement. Under the circumstances, even if you do not approve, my stamp would be more than enough in order for you to save face. Director Sakuragi, I humbly request your approval. How conceited. I've always thought you were too brazen. Ever since you came here on an internship in graduate school. You had no real business management experience, yet you somehow find nothing but fault with Manten Aquarium, to say nothing of the fact that you decided to present it all to me in the form of a report. You have a point about my position as a graduate student at the time, but should I not tell you when it's relevant? Even if you've had been an employee, the proper procedure is to address these things only by one with management. I am at limits with you. Listen, Manten Aquarium is my aquarium. Commit to that memory. My, did you have something to say about paying respects to living creatures? You seem to be contradicting yourself. I'm not making any sort of contradiction. It's because of your impudence that you can't seem to marry. Without even reading it, the director tears up the plan in his hands and throws it away. At any rate, I reject that plan every time you bring it to me. Do you have anything else you need to say to me? No matter what the director says to Sakura and Reiko, she boldly smiles back, possibly because she's trying not to show the fear she feels inside. Mari grabs onto my fingers. In contrast, Sayo silently watches the replay shown in the light without looking away. That's right, Director. It seems you've been taking the train to work lately. Yes, that's right. The company's car is in for repairs. My, how unfortunate. There are some who speak badly of you, saying how you used funds to buy that car. But that seems to have quieted down, just as you might have hoped. Did you come here to expel sarcasm? I received approval from accounting before making that purchase. There's nothing to blame me for. Indeed, we must forget to get the approval of our management and accounting, and you have a child, so you have need of a car. That's enough. If you have time for such idle chatter, you have time to bring me a plan I can actually agree to. Yes, about half a month ago I was on my way home from work, walking down the street at night when I was almost hit by a car. That late at night, they were likely pressing their luck by speeding. Luckily I was able to avoid them and they lightly hit a telephone pole, but it was just barely. With there being no people out so late, it could have been bad if I were involved and I had to run. Yes. It was dark, so I couldn't see the license plate number, but I knew the model of the car. It was... Yes, a foreign sports car. Oh, it was his car. That's because it's a fast car. There are probably lots of idiots who drive fast late at night. I believe that it was about half a month ago when you started taking the train. Wasn't it, Director? Do you mean to say that I did it? Don't be absurd. I was merely seeing if you had any thoughts, Director. I wouldn't dare bear such doubts in my heart. Get out. Get out now. My pleasure, Director Sakuragi. You should also be careful on the streets at night. The projection on the light begins to fade with Saginuma Reiko's unsettling laughter, finally disappearing altogether. The remnants of the light become droplets and are drawn into the ceiling. Until the last of it disappears, a silence remains over the three of us. That's unacceptable. Unable to bear it any longer, I'm the first to open my mouth. The director probably did try to run Reiko over. He may have even killed her, but if hate is returned with hate, the cycle will never end. Anger can't beget nothing but anger. Hatred can beget nothing but hatred. And malice will be returned with nothing but malice. At that rate, people can do nothing but argue and fight. Well, Mayumi, if that Himeno girl were killed, would you be able to go on without hating? For example, the one who created this Manten Aquarium? My papa? Trying to think of a rebuttal, I shut my mouth, but Saya won't let me off that easily. Poison is something that exists to protect one's own body. Those dark feelings people direct at one another are the same. Because people know that someone else carries that poison else as anger or hate. They basically won't come any closer than necessary, nor will they attack. Still, once one bares their fangs, there's nothing left but to fight in order to protect oneself. They return poison with poison. In that case, it won't end until someone dies. Is that why it's called fall into poison? Sayo-chan, that's scary. Mari says this in a serious tone, but Sayo doesn't look in her direction. She merely bites her lips tight slightly. I pat Mari's head and say to Sayo, there is the possibility of a light that can end the chain of hatred. Right, Mari? Big sister, what do you mean? Nothing, I'm just saying how great you are, Mari. I don't get it at all, but I got complimented. Yay! Oh, Mari's so cute. Seeing her innocently cheered up so easily, I smile a bit. But I wonder what was up with that projection earlier. We proceed further into the director's office. There's no projector or anything of the sort. There's no explanation but that, just like the impression I got, the images were projected on the light leaking out of the tank. Who knows? You said you wanted to see the truth with me, so maybe the aquarium reacted to that desire, or something like that. No matter how ugly or terrible it is, we have reached the truth. All we have now to do is find Papa. If we want to bring an end to this world, we have to end the curse. The red Manten Aquarium will disappear. That's probably what's on the other side of the truth Sayo seeks. At the time, what will happen to Mari? I'm unable to give voice to the question floating about in my heart. I'm sure this girl would easily give us those answers. What a shame. You arrived at this ad is nothing more than facts. We still hold the truth in our hands. Seganuma Reiko. Seganuma Reiko stands at the entrance to the room, the door having been left open. Having seen her argument with the director, my animosity towards her has softened. Even murderers have reasons. I can't be sure. But could the reason that she didn't directly lay a hand on Mari mean that she was trying to protect her? No! No! She killed her! I know the truth. I was just thinking that I wanted to have a little chat with you. My, what an honor. You jerk, stop acting so high and mighty and tell us about this truth. No, that is her, but it isn't her. That whole projection was true. In light of my confrontations with management, the director tried to settle things by taking my life, since there was no place for him anymore. That's why I decided to kill him. At Saganuma Reiko's words, the temperature in the room drops. The air becomes so tense at those few words that it is almost painful on the surface of my skin. No matter what the truth she might be hiding, I'm sure that her murderous intent is pure. Mayu-chan, Sayo-chan, run away. Leave this to me. Shut up, Kenji. I know the truth. You liar. Kenji-san. The voice continues from behind Seganuma's Reiko. It's a frantic voice, but a powerful and dependable one. How do you know Sayo's name? Kenji's eyebrows twitches. That's because I heard you guys call her that. Yeah, right. That's enough, Kenji-kun. There's been a change in strategy. They're married. A silence flows through the room. By my own discovery, the final line has been crossed. But I can't fall apart here. I have Mari by my side. You've gotten so big, Sayo-chan. My, didn't I say so earlier? You've done a nice job surviving. Shut your wrinkled mouth. You know that you two are working together. Oh, we know. It's some man you like, but I wonder if that will be enough to absorb your hatred. Keiji-san walks to Reiko's side and loudly cracks his neck. The three of us are facing the two of them head on. Big sister, what do we do? Those people were looking for us, right? They had the same look when they killed me. It's alright. It'll all be fine. I place my hand on Mari's head and I can feel she's shaking. She's afraid. It's not impossible that Mari would remember the moment she was killed. When she saw them, she probably remembered the fears she felt back then. Anyway, there are too many things we don't understand. Please tell us. Like, when you pushed Saganuma Reiko, Kenji-san, you were trying to save us, weren't you? Kenji-san, you said. How funny. What is? Mayumi, calm down. It's not good for you to let her rile you up. Just as Sayo says this, I glare at Reiko. Even though she's realized she's completely misjudged you, this girl continues to trust you. Well, that's not impossible. That's what I led her to believe. Didn't you say we needed to restore that one piece of the aquarium? What do you mean? Reiko's response to Styles' question by snickering. As though she's mimicking her, Kenji-san also snickers. The pair of actions are friendly similar. Big sister, something's not right after all. I know. This isn't the Kenji-san I know. No, you idiot. Kenji-san and Reiko are married. No, that's not what I meant. The two of them are weird, but they're the same. They're fuzzy. Mari-chan, so you realized it after all. Hearing him speak so lightly to her, Mari glared hard at him. Neither Kenji-san nor Reiko-san appears agitated by this. Listen, okay? I realize that the tone of Kenji-san has changed, and I swallow. The Red Manten Aquarium, it itself, a gathering of numerous wills. You can call those wills souls. The murder of the director and the resulting grudge serve as the core, and the base of each of the souls is made up of the directive. Primarily the fish souls, which lacks the same thinking as humans, we use directly to maintain this malicious world. In order to gather those souls, you spread those rumors amongst stupid junior high girls, didn't you? Stupid, you say, even though you're the same as they are. Sayo clicks her tongues in response to Saganamiga's Reiko's words. Kenji continues unaffected. Generally, those trap souls lack individuality. Just like an animal, the existence known as the Red Manten Aquarium has no instinct but to preserve itself. Since more than half of the souls comprising this world are fish, it only makes sense. However, it is possible for individuality to be regained in concert with the visit of a human they are linked to. You told me you ran into someone you knew long ago. If that person's link to you is strong enough, they may appear as an individual. You could also call them a ghost or a vengeful spirit. Just like the girl at your side, Mari-chan. Yeah. Even as Kenji-san looks at her suggestion, Mari merely sticks out her tongue and pulls down her eyelids. I like that. His story up to now isn't that different from Sayo and I expected. But as we were waiting, he continued the conversation. Alrighty, well, I'm going to leave it off here. Now I'm more as confused. Maybe Reiko and Kenji are not married. Maybe he's a spirit of some sort. I don't know. Hopefully we get to figure out more about this nonsense. I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye bye.